Namaste and happy Mother's Day to all who are celebrating. I want to send a special love and happy Mother's Day to my brilliant, ambitious mother. I love you. I'm so grateful for you. This is going to be a series of poems that I have been receiving from channeling from my guides through for my mom. And I'm sharing them in honor of all of those who identify with that mother role, that mother energy, that mother space. I also, before I want to begin, acknowledge that this is a very challenging day for many people. Many who have lost their moms or who have not had a mother figure or have had challenges with their moms and don't have relationships with them. I'm sending you so much love and light, and I'm being here with you now. So this is Mom, a series. This is simply the beginning of Mom, the series. Mom, a series is a dedicated unraveling and vulnerable unveiling of discovering the intricate layers of relationship between mother and child. Each poem is synced in the order I felt fit in the stage of life and or experience, to be enjoyed through the eyes of mother and child. Mama series reconciles the true nature of an earth-shattering dynamic, only expressed through the deepest sentiments of a grateful child, delivered in large part from a mother's love. So I hope that you enjoy what is now the Mama series, and my mom, who is watching this at some point, is going to recognize a few new ones, but we are going to begin in the order that I have, and I hope that they resonate and speak with you as well. So just going to fix my screen here so that it's a little bit easier, because I have not memorized these. These are all new. This first one is called Not Before My Coffee. Sunshine espressos of no expression, shuffling and mumbling from all directions. Secret intelligence silence in boxes on pages. Limitless quiet, whiffs of toast, orange marmalade of the ages. Half asleep good mornings with head nod, I love yous. Chairs pushed, the day begins among all her stages. So that is Not Before My Coffee, and some of you may recognize that your mother figures in your life don't like to talk before their coffee. I don't like to talk before my coffee at all. There's a lot said there in those moments when you come into this morning experience around those that you love. And this is a little bit of a shining light into my experience waking up all of those years and all the days that I lived with my mom. This next poem is called A Mother's Love. I hope you enjoy it. Sliding into leather cushion abundance, slamming of car doors in the energy of horses racing, loving expressions, emotional receiving, car surprises above and healing previous grief, unchild-locked forgiveness, brings heavenly clarity within the tangible nature of a mother's love, the sirens of the universe. Now, I'm not going to go very deep into what this one is about for me and my mom, but it is a very life altering re-encounting of an experience that was a total shift in our entire dynamic in a positive way. All right. This is called It's the Little Things. For every boo-boo kissed, there were tears turned into smiles. For every nod of approval, there was the best given. For every challenge, fights turned into winning or lessons. For every hug, for every appearance, there was the fulfillment of feeling cared for and supported. For every smile or laugh, there formed a good memory. For every speech to resistance, there was a lesson and growth through guidance given. For every gift, love was expressed through abundance. For every lost piece to the puzzle, one was crafted and delicately placed with assuredness. For every I love you, the being was formed, and the being formed the world. It's the little things that our moms do that create a huge mark on our lives and ultimately how we put a mark on the world. This next poem is called The Laughter. Isn't it amazing how the laughter of children brings life to the darkest of places, to the darkest of times, even amongst a room filled with death? Their shouting of joy, the giggles that replace the fears, nay, repels them. It's the sweetest trick to forgetting what it was like to be responsible, to be older. What would it be like if we all stayed this way, forever listening to the shouting joy and the giggles that replace all the fears? What if we get lost in the laughter? This is from the mother's side, and it's really set in the recounting of what it can be like to be quite literally in a deep state of grief. And while the elders are grieving, the children's way of grieving is through laughter and running and playing. And this may not be the case of every grieving scenario, but it's often what is happening. It's their pure nature, their pure unawareness, or rather their deepest awareness of the celebration of love and life and joy that is really meant to be experienced in these moments. This is going to be our final poem for the series as of now. And if you may have noticed, as we have gone through these poems, they have been from very early and young childhood through to the mother's perspective to right now, we're going to be diving into more of a much later piece of life, almost at a piece of life that I am coming to. Um, well, I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. So this is called I Have Nothing Left. I have nothing left to teach you, to coddle you any longer is a disservice. And my shortness is not about my love. For the love reaches beyond every ocean. It fuels and thrives, and it's besides the point, for my job is done. And instead, I now retire into a career of that love you so bathed in. And I'll shine the light in from a distance. For you have not forsaken the truth of me and you. For your life was never my life, even when it felt so. As I birthed your life, and yet it was gifted to both of us. And I see this now so clearly. And I'm so sorry for the apologies I never gave, never had, never was. Don't you see? I am your mother. And there's something about a mother which loves, which loves, which loves, which lives outside that realm. And in every possibility, it's understated, yes. Perhaps one could give more clarity, and all is perfect. With no regrets, I find freedom in knowing this love, mother and son, is the greatest lesson yet. For me, this poem is resonating from the parent at an age where they are realizing and reconciling with what their relationship with their adult child has really meant, as they come into a new phase of understanding of what it meant to be the mother, and the new phase of understanding of their child in that true relationship, and also acknowledging where the child is at in their journey and what it really means to have a relationship at this time. Now, of course, the mother and son can be replaced with mother and child. This is simply how this came through. And again, these are poems for my mother that I am sharing with you. And so this was coming through in that resonance. I hope that you enjoyed these poems, and to my mom, I hope that these were exactly what you needed to hear. And I love you. unconditionally, and I'm so honored to be your son. And to all of the mothers out there, I'm wishing you a happy Mother's Day once again, and I hope that these are poems that resonate with you in ways that you need it. Sending you all so much love and light. Thank you so much for all that you have done. I'm so grateful, and I'm sending so much love and light from all of those who are grateful for you. Namaste.